Thank you, Chairman. I support all the pro-life legislation before you tonight and the resolution. I oppose H744 and 7612, but I will not expend your time tonight as I am optimistic that the pro-life Speaker of this House will not allow any advancement for these bills. Thank you to Rep. Corvese, Whip Edwards, and all the sponsors of 7282 for their courage in submitting this legislation, which would define, regulate, and in certain circumstances ban the abhorrent act of dismembering a preborn child in order to successfully terminate a pregnancy. I ask you to please reflect upon the chilling irony today that you will hear legislation which seeks to raise the level of care for animals offered for sale and to increase the penalties for those who mistreat them. Yet here we are asking you to limit and regulate the cruel and inhumane procedure wherein a healthcare provider enters a mother's womb, tears off and removes part of a preborn child's body piece by piece. The contemplation of just one such act of dismembering anything fully alive is breathtaking, especially in a society which endeavors to protect animals and enacts criminal penalties upon those who would do harm to them. Advocates of dismemberment abortion may tell you they reject the term, that it is just inflammatory rhetoric, and that any legislative constraints will curb reproductive rights and could place women in danger. All sleights of hand designed to distract you from its brutality. Yet even if this terminology is not found in the Brown medical textbooks, I doubt you will hear anyone suggest that the word misrepresents what is actually taking place, for that is unmistakably clear. In Gonzalez versus Carhart, Justice Kennedy advised that the state may use its regulatory power to ban certain procedures and substitute others, all in furtherance of its legitimate interests in regulating the medical profession in order to promote respectful life, including the life of the unborn. You will hear medical testimony tonight that D&E is the safest method, but the issue before you is not to determine what is the safest method to remove parasitic fetal material. Before you is an act which seeks protection for an unborn child. This is why the supporters of dismemberment and those at Planned Parenthood are here, for they know, according to Gallup, that only 1 in 4 voters support legal second trimester abortion. They know they are in the minority when it comes to believing that a baby with a heartbeat, brain waves, fingerprints, who hiccups in the safe space of her mother's womb is not just a clump of tissue. So they hide behind the banner of women's health and put forward accusations of legislative misogyny. If you enact this legislation, it is you who will be more in step with the public, particularly here in Rhode Island. I hope my fellow Rhode Islanders who seek a more just and compassionate society will join me in encouraging you to allow your colleagues to vote on this bill. Thank you.